Alright, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 1, Moo Review. Welcome everybody. I just recently got finished watching this episode, and I must say that I liked it. And I think that this is going to be a good series based off of this episode so far. Going into this series, I was a little bit concerned that it wasn't going to add up to be as good as WandaVision was, especially considering how unique of a TV show WandaVision was. But after watching this first episode, I actually really liked it, and I think that a lot of strong points for this season are going to be the character growth and development. There's also a lot of character depth in this show just based off this first episode. By the way, there are going to be spoilers in this review, so keep that in mind. But for example, we're seeing a lot more character depth with Bucky Barnes. We learned from the therapy session that he has no friends, he's alone, and he's trying to make amends for all of his actions that he had no control of while he was being the Winter Soldier and acting out the orders that he was given. We also get to see that although he was being mind controlled and he wasn't his actual normal self, he still remembers all of the actions that he took while being the Winter Soldier, and we get to see a lot of the pain that he's going through as an actual human being afterwards. We also get to see the problems that the Falcon is going through, the main problem being his financial situation, and to me, this part was kind of weird because, I mean, this guy's an Avenger. He's helped save the world before, and he's broke. I don't really see how that can happen. And the banker actually asks these questions as well as I was watching the show and wondering it myself. And we do get some answers to it, but it still seems kind of unlikely that something like that would happen. I get the feeling that when you save the world, people tend to give you money, and in this case, the Falcon and his family is struggling to make ends meet, even though he's a superhero, which to me is kind of strange, but it still shows that although he's a superhero, he has problems of his own that he needs to deal with that most people can relate to, which I think is a decent idea for a show. At the very end of this episode, again, spoiler warning, we get to see that there is a new Captain America, and it's someone that we've never seen before. It's some random dude wearing Captain America's outfit, also holding the actual shield that Captain America used. And I really, really like where this show is going after seeing that scene. It reminds me a lot of the TV show The Boys on Amazon Prime, which is a fantastic show, and I really like that show. But it reminds me a lot of that, where they have these heroes that are branded and they become celebrities, and they're branded as celebrities, and in reality, they're not good people. They're actually very bad and evil people. I get the feeling that this show is going to head in that direction with the new rebranded Captain America being an actual evil person, and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier are going to have to work together to take him down. Seeing as how they are both friends with him, upon hearing this news, I get the feeling that is where they're going to find some common ground to work together and sort of team up. Although they haven't actually met in the show yet, I'm sure that's how they're going to meet. And for that to be the main storyline, with this guy being an evil version of Captain America, pretending to be Captain America, being an imposter, and being a fake superhero, and them trying to expose him and reveal that he's not the Captain America that everybody else knew. I think that that's a really good plot for the show, and I really like it, even though The Boys is basically already doing that. Also, something that I personally really liked about this episode was that they had George St. Pierre in it. He's actually my favorite fighter ever alongside Khabib, and if anybody's a UFC fan, then seeing him was definitely a surprise and something really cool to see. It was also cool to see that he just beat up the Falcon and then survived in the end, and nobody really mentioned it. So that dude just got away. We might be seeing more of George St. Pierre in the future episodes, and I really hope that we do because, like I said, he's my favorite fighter, and that was really cool to see him in this episode. As for some criticisms of this episode, there were some parts that were a little bit slow, mostly on the Falcon side, but not really that much. I'm more interested in Bucky's character than the Falcon's, but that isn't to say that I'm not interested in the Falcon's character. I definitely still am. There were just a little bit of slow parts for his character. Also, I feel like the guy who got his face stomped on by the superhuman should have definitely died. When you get curb stomped by a superhuman, you're probably gonna die, even if it's just one stomp. I mean, that guy looked like he was just scratched up. I feel like he would be in a coma at least, like at the minimum, but I mean, yeah, so those are the only negatives that I really have of this episode. So overall, it was a good first episode. It got me interested in watching the rest of the show, and I'm going to give it a B plus on the movie review scale. We're going to see how the show plays out from here, though, so individual episode ratings are not really as important as the grand rating at the end. That being said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.